Hi, this is Anya Devine here. I'm coming to you from this wonderful field of bright orange-red poppies, and the dog is at the groomers. I think she'll be there for a while, so I've just decided to do some paintings, prepare some backgrounds at least, and I wanted to show you my process a little bit. Um, it's a short little video now, so I'm just going to attach it to the stand here. Hopefully you'll be able to see something of my approach. You maybe won't be able to hear very well now, there's a road nearby. But just to kind of go through what I've been doing so far. So, so with this picture here, the first thing I did was to tape down masking tape for the sky to separate the horizon line in the sky, the horizon line of the poppy field in the sky, because I wanted there to be clarity in the sky, and the vigorous texture in the poppy field seemed to be the thing to focus on. I've used the stencils as well. You know, I've got these various patterned stencils that I use, so I put those down and let the and stippled on the paint with this brush in between, you know, like that. And then I got some water from the car and splashed it on. And there's a thing here as well. We've got alcohol ink. I'll just show you what it does. It's really quite an exciting thing to use. Oh, that's Caribbean blue. Didn't realise that. I thought it was the yellow, but I think that'll be okay. And just splash it on over the watery paint gives it a kind of an exciting texture as well. And I want it to be quite, you know, just as it is. The vegetation is quite textured, messy. You know, it's all over the place, chaotic. And I thought that would be a nice foil then for doing something bright and red in the poppies. I might need to use collage, but I was also thinking I could use, for the poppies, I could use this really bright Sennelier soft pastel, which will stand out well over the green once it's dry. I'll just show you what it's like there. The Sennelier is nice and bright, so that might work. But in an effort to really get brightness, I mean, I'd probably use orange with it. I'll just use the orange on here, because it seems that when the poppies are shining with the sky behind them, the sunlight behind them, they seem to be transparent and orange kind of. So maybe actually the fluorescent orange might be a good colour to use. The ink that I've used here is this is acrylic ink, and it's vivid red orange is what that one is, that I've just kind of dropped on and splashed on. And now I'm using this fluorescent. That actually does look to me to be the colour of the brighter areas of the poppies where the light is falling, is shining through them. And what I found to be an effective way of describing their scattered nature is to do this with my fingertips and just create the swathes of them that way, you know. It feels appropriate because they seem busy and like beautiful, but they're there's quite a lot of action at the top of the stalks there. And as I say, it's really just an immediate response, and it has to be bright, doesn't it? There has to be some brightness here. So what I'm doing really is just creating the colours and the textures that I'm seeing around me without pressurising myself to produce something picturesque, you know, because the field of poppies has been done by Monet, hasn't it, or Renoir maybe, and there's a pressure there to, you know, follow in the footsteps of that. But the thing that I want to do is to find my own way in, and what's my response. And lovely to have the inspiration of that behind as well, but I also want to just play with the materials and really find a way of capturing the essence of these fantastic reds as they dance and float and sway above the textured, chaotic undergrowth. And so, you know, just finding ways, recognizing that most of it will be a great big mess. But more importantly, that it will also engage a spirit of fun. You know, using all these textures and things will and these different ways of describing. Like even just go over and find a bundle of individual poppies, and those seed heads themselves are gorgeous as well. I think there's definitely room for a closer study once I calm down a little bit after the initial red and green glow has been described. I would then enjoy working into the foreground with a bit of detail. Okay, I think that's time. Thank you. I'll leave you with the poppies. Bye.